Good to see all of you. Hey, how are you? How are you? How are you? Let me fix some light, okay? Welcome. Say hello to you too. How are you? Buchi, hello. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to all of you. Hope you're doing good. Good evening from Las Vegas. If you have not been to Las Vegas, I suggest that you shouldn't. Just kidding. Well, Las Vegas is beautiful. It's full of excitement. It's a city of light where people don't sleep. People roam midnight. People still at the casino midnight. People still drinking, have their martinis, have their Bloody Marys, what have you. So if you love that city life, that excitement life, then Las Vegas would be good to visit. Okay. When I first having my hot chocolate. When I first moved here, I had issue with just being here because the lifestyle was contrary of my of my lifestyle because I was born in a on the farm, so being in a big city. In fact, I don't even know how to drive in a big city, but Las Vegas is not as bad as Los Angeles, as San Diego, or like any congested city like New York City, Atlanta City, Atlanta City. It's still a small scale business. The city is small, yet it's just full of excitement. It's just like a lot of excitement going on um, with the casino industry. So, and then if you have not been to Las Vegas, first thing when you arrive to the airport, oh, you will see the big machine, the big slot machine. So you can practically, if you love gamble, you love to have action on the machine, you just stay at the airport and just enjoy the time at the casino because they had a small casino there. So there's no lottery here in Las Vegas because it's the city is already monopolized by gaming industries. So only state of California. If we want to buy lottery ticket, we have to drive to the California border to get the lottery ticket. Okay? And I got a whole bunch of tickets when I went to California last week. I haven't checked it yet. So this is what my niece and I were talking about because I think that the Powerball is like something millions, maybe billion, 1 billion something. So then we were saying that when I do win those jackpot, I wanted to buy a piece of land, isolated land where I want to build houses like in a small community complex where I put my children on their own house, and I will have my own place, my own kitchen, my own studio. I'll still be doing cooking. If we hit that billions, so 1 billion something, so that's a big jackpot. I mean, the government would take half and at least some of that money was left over. So I wanted to build family empire by just having a complex of family members living in a small community. And my own place, I would have like a little moat with water surrounding, and I would love that. So when I don't want visitor, I just floated the moat. My kid would say, "Why?" Well, when I even have that much of money, I want my own privacy. No one's gonna come over to my place unless they had reservation, and then I'll do my own cooking. I have my own studio, and it would be a lot of fun. So in Las Vegas, it's a city where excitement happen, all the games, all the entertainments, the football stadium here. I can't mention name, but just let you know that they are here. And then there's Spears, that round stadium. I never been inside of it, but I went to have like a peek outside of it with a lot of videos of like there's one image where the flooded eyelashes, the eyeball, you had like gray eyeballs. No, not gray, like greenish kind of beautiful eyeball, like in that is a huge Spears. So that's where the performance, where the stage is at. So I never been inside of it. People said I went inside of it like in another world, just like they're out in an alien country. Anyway. So last week I did carve the passion fruit, and people said that they didn't see what I was doing, so they want me to do another one. So I told them not to watch the videos, but they said, no, I want to see you do another one. So people, they're so spoiled. You know what I mean? I already had my video out, and now they said, no, do another one. We want to see another one. Do a different one. So I don't know how to do a different one. I do the same one. But then this is going to be the last videos of doing this fruit here. Okay, so make sure that you already gone out to get your fruit, whether it's no purple, whether it's yellow or pink. Okay, because even the pink, some of them had pink flesh. This one had white flesh. We know that already. So this one right here, once I'm done with the carving, I'm gonna eat it because I didn't get to eat that one. I gave it back to Lucy. So Lucy gave me this one and said, well, you go ahead and make one for yourself. Okay, all right. I'll make one for myself right now. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna eat it. Okay, if I leave it and then it belongs to someone else, so I better hurry and do that. So to do this, you trim nicely, groom it, make sure that it's nice and clean. I wash it with soap a couple times and rinse it and clean it so it's ready to, like, I can touch it and without worried about contamination. Okay, so it's already air dry. It's been in the fridge for the last 2 weeks, I think. It's pretty ripened. Yeah. So I'm looking at my food basket. There's some ripened bananas. I love banana bread, and I don't know if you have tried banana bread. I don't like making a big loaf like that. I like to do like a banana cupcake, and put a lot of cream cheese on it. That would be nice. I think that's what we can do also, unless somebody try to eat off all my bananas. And right now I have just enough for making banana cupcake. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start because let me show you already the pumpkin that I did. Okay, I finished with it already, and it looks so nice. Let me bring it out. Okay, I was gonna do the dessert today, but then I am struggling the time between when Lucy gonna walk in here and wanted to cook, and all that noise she make, that I won't be able to concentrate on my own show. So let me show you what I have with the pumpkin. Don't go back. Don't go away. Hold on. Let me show you what I did with the pumpkin. Okay. What I did yesterday was I make a tuna and egg salads, and then I make naan bread to go with it. Okay, so I just finished this fresh naan bread. It looks so amazing. It smells so good, and I added a little bit of fresh parsley. Okay, so naan bread are good with you can just dip this with olive oil or even butter. milk butter. So it tastes so good. Naan bread tastes good when it's still warm. Okay, so I made plenty for him, and I make him a lot of egg salad in a big container. So I just remake his bread. I don't like people touching his food. Only me. So it tastes so good right now. I was inspired when I was eating out at one of the pizza place, and we order the appetizer with spinach dip, and they serve corn tortillas. And because I'm allergic to corn, I can't have it. So the head of the chef came out, the manager came out, and I said, "Oh, what can we serve you then?" I said, "Well, I can't have bread. I can't have corn." I said, "Oh, no worry." So he came back with the naan bread, but the way they cook there, it wasn't like even brown. I think you just take it out from the package and reheat. But it was soft, and it would have been nice if it was brown like this. It wasn't brown, so I just want to let you know that naan bread is very easy. Okay, I mean, all it is just yeast, flours, salt, and some of the original recipe. They make this with what you call it, with yogurt, but I substitute yogurt with almond milk. Okay, so you can do that as well, and you can dip this in this has already had some olive oil on it, so it's pretty it's pretty it tastes pretty good. We minimize store-bought bread because each time when we bought bread, I can't see the mark on the date. You know, I can't remember, was it green, was it white, was it pink? I can't remember which color would represent when it's near expiration date. So with this, with the naan bread, so easy. Okay, I mean, you can make burger, you can make sandwich out of this, and it's super easy. You know, it's only required 30 minutes of rising, and after that, it's just make this over the, and does not need oven to do this. You can cook this on the grill. I mean, the home grill or non-stick pan, and you can add any kind of herb you like. Okay, here he like his either sage or not sage, oreganos or parsley. So I have fresh parsley, so it worked really well, and I just blend it in the flowers. So I was inspired by the pizza place, so I start coming home and making this, and I also realized that naan bread are pretty expensive. Huh? It's a little bag, about two in there, it's like $4.99, and then it's not even it's not even kitchen fresh made. It was like frozen from the box, and they just put on the shelf for you. So that's how I know that it's time to make our own bread, you know. And I wanted to make croissant, but croissant take too long. It take about 2 days to flip and turn the flours, the dough until you have like 8 layer, or 9 layer, or 20 layer of it. So I love croissant, but if I make croissant, then I would need like 2 days of work. Well, process the dough, sorry, the cheese, the refrigeration, but it come out so good. Maybe you can try it. You know, maybe I just pre-made it. I just prepare ahead, and then or I can do the pre-recording audio, or I mean video, and just release it as a video, not live. Okay. just start with this. So naan bread is pretty good, and I'm gonna make the flatbread is even easier than the naan bread. And the naan bread it take rising time. For the flatbread, you just once the flour is done, then you just cook it. And I want to make roti. I have perfect ingredient for roti, and roti is not that difficult neither. And the same way as tortillas, okay? So just start being creative at home, instead I don't know, homemade bread. I we used to love homemade bread until we find out what's in the homemade bread, and that changed our attitude about eating homemade bread because bread, if you leave in the bag, tight bag, it'll take 3-4 days before it start moldy. But then some of that has been in with the preservative they add to preserve the shelf life, so it can be like 2-3 weeks worth of bread sitting on the shelf. And then we're gonna bring it home and make sandwich out of it. I mean, it sounds crazy. And that's why learning to make bread at home is such a big deal, okay? And I love making bread. It's just that I don't like to bake in the oven. So when I do naan bread, it serves the same purpose because we eat a lot of naan bread here too. So then I don't need to spend time rising the bread, preparing the bread, the dough, and baking it. And it naan bread is just cool. All right, let's go and dissect this baby, right? So it looked like a little piglet always, and it has like an uneven fruit here. It's called dragon fruits. I used to have a whole bunch in the backyard. I don't have it anymore. I still have the plant, but it's not doing much good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, just start it. Okay, for those who did not follow me from the last video, so let's go and dissect this thing. We want to set this straight like this because we're going to create a little basket. Okay, so then we want a handle of the basket, so we're going to design the handle about this big. So go ahead and go ahead and measure it. If you want big handle, then do 2 finger, but this fruit is small, so you do 2 finger, then it's a lot. Okay, so just do 1 finger, you're fine. And so in fact I don't even need that, so I'm just use my imagination measurement tapes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top here and do a straight line. Okay, you do 2 straight line because we need that little handle of a basket. Or you can do a bowl. There's no handle. You just make a bowl. Okay, now I have this handle here, and to separate it, we're just gonna need to, okay, because people say that I didn't show how I did it. Okay, so yeah, it's true, I didn't show how to did it. I talked too much, and then I forgot to demonstrate it. So we'll go ahead and make a little incision here. Okay, we don't cut this. Do not cut this. If you cut this, then you won't have this handle. We want this handle to like to attach to this. Okay, but we're gonna cut around here. We're gonna cut out of from here. Okay, from here on, we're gonna cut a little cut here, and that depends how big a basket opening you want. And yeah, so we cut both ends. Okay, I mean both sides like that. Okay, we do both way because we want to have the opening and allow this little handle to the bag handle to happen. So there we go. So we make that little cut there, okay, on both sides. And now we can cut this off. Okay, we're gonna cut this off. Not the middle one though, not the handle. We'll leave the middle one alone, but we're gonna cut on the side of it that we right here. Okay, this is the middle. We leave this alone. We're gonna cut around this. So we create an opening. Okay, so we're gonna create opening here. We're gonna cut this across like. It's not difficult, you guys, please. No, you can do this with your eye closed. And don't cut yourself if you do with your eye closed. If you take my recommendation and don't come with me and say, I cut myself. Yes. Did I tell you to do with your eye closed? No. Unless you're expert on this, okay? If you're not expert, then do with your eye closed, not. Okay, so here we go. I already got this open up, right? So we're just gonna cut it out like that. And of course, you can eat this. Someone was mentioned to me that dragon fruit had no flavor, and I agree. So I had an opening now. Okay, now I have to do the same way on this side too. Okay. Now you have a basket. So I'm gonna eat it because it's mine. We can expand it if you want a bigger, um, a bigger opening. Then you just cut it deeper. But you cut too much, and then you won't have enough room. Yeah. But you just cut enough to make it look pretty, right? And people were saying that, yeah, I don't really like dragon fruit because it had no flavor. It's true. It has a very mild flavors. You know, it's because it belongs to cactus family. So if you ever ever taste cactus, it's basically the dragon fruit is belong to cactus family. You can argue all you want. It belongs to cactus family. I didn't Google it, but I know because the fruit tastes the same, huh? This fiber is strong, so that way you're not worried about this falling off. Okay? Let me expand a little bit on this side. Yeah, so people said, ew, that thing tastes nasty because there's no flavor. Well, do what my mom did. She eat her dragon fruit with sugar. When I serve her dragon fruit, she said, bring me some sugar, please. Okay, that worked, you know. There's a yellow one. The yellow one, the rind and the skin will be yellow, but then the inside yellow also. But these right here, there's another species that is pink. And when you open it and the flesh is so pink, it's like the most beautiful fresh pink ever. It's so beautiful. It's like there's no other pink in the world compared to it. Not rose, not morning glory, not sunshine. It's just like those beautiful pink. Exactly, it's like a lot pinker than and this rind here. It's just so beautiful. I wish that, you know, and sometimes I use that for my cooking decoration, especially when I'm making flower or roses out of a turnip, and I will use the color, the hue of the dragon fruit to color my roses. It worked. Huh? It's so pretty. All right, so now I'm gonna start collecting the flesh out of this. So we're gonna go ahead and you have to use small knife though, you know, I mean, because it's such a small and fragile fruit. So we're just gonna carve and make an opening here. We're just gonna remove this meat out of here, okay? So we're just gonna clear it and then it should come right off. I done dragon fruit a lot of time, okay? Persimmons, which I have some already that I carved in the fridge. I didn't carve, I just make a different design. It's slippery. It's slippery just like cactus. Okay, so there we go, right? So we had a little handle here already. Look at that. Okay, so we can be creative with this. Before I remove the flesh, while I have the support, I will go ahead and expand this a little bit because it's still too enclosing. Now, yesterday I have a surprise visit from cousin from out of state, from Long Beach, and one of them from Atlanta. I didn't get to see her because she came to attend the concert. I think they left already. And today I was busy with the baby, so I didn't get a chance to even contact them. So the fiber of the of this fruit here is very strong. Okay, very strong. So that's why it's safe to like carry these. Okay, but if you go on a long trip, I don't recommend that. Okay, so I got that chopped out because it's mine. Because this fruit is so expensive, I'm trying to eat every single drop of it. Okay. Yeah. If you don't like it, that's fine, because don't go waste your money on it, because these things are not cheap. Okay. They're expensive. They're like $4 or $5 per pound. So this fruit right here is like over a pound, so it can be $5-6 just for one fruit. With that $5-6, you can get a bag of apples. All right, so here we go. Now it's opening. Yeah, pretty. Yes, easy. Okay, now to make the fillings, we're just gonna go ahead and drill the flesh out of this. This is too big. Yesterday I make the other day I have a smaller, because it's so cute. We're gonna go ahead and use half of the teaspoon. So we're gonna go ahead and dissect in here. Okay, so we're just gonna scoop it out like we're scooping the ice cream. Okay, just go ahead and voila. Okay, so well, if you have a little bit of skin, it's fine. It's edible. Okay, I mean the skin is edible. Okay, so yeah. This one is sweeter than the one I had the other day, I guess, because it's been it's been left alone for a day, and it accumulates some sugars. So we're gonna leave it on this plate here, and we're gonna collect it later. When we finish drilling this, we're gonna put it back in here. Okay, when we finish cleaning the whole fruit here, we will put it back. Yes, you heard it right. So, why did you remove it and put it back? Well, to create the basket, we have to do that, okay? To create a little basket, we have to remove all this out from here to create cavities, or to create a little basket. Otherwise, then we won't have a basket. We can just have a solid fruit in there, and then how you're gonna eat it? Okay, you're gonna scoop it out, or you're gonna cut it out, or you're gonna do this pretty thing so you can eat it. You can share it, okay? So the simple thing is just to scoop this out. And why we scoop this out, might as well make it look pretty. Yeah. And that's what's called artistry of food making, or vegetable, or fruit. Okay. And believe me, okay, fruit carving, it requires a tremendous skill. In Thailand, they actually have school for fruit carving. It the school are for like elite families or elite societies. Okay, where they send all their beautiful daughter to get educated, and hopefully that one day she will get a job in the palace, because all this food carving are designed to serve His Royal Highness, Her Royal Highness, His Majesty, and all the people in the confinement of the palace. Okay, and or for some upper class societies where food carving is essential for their social class. And if you have you been to Thailand, where they do the food carving expedition? Oh, it's like it's just like so unreal, so unrealistic, because it's so pretty. People with like imaginable skill, or they carve everything. They do pumpkin. They do they carving skill is like superb. You know me. I just do my style, okay? Because those that they were carving at the expedition is like they have to go to like extensive training. I did. I got some training, but I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't just steal the food. I ate the fruit too, so it didn't work that well. Yeah, well, you know what happened when we hungry. So see that? You see that when we move it? Because slowly it's gonna come off, okay? And what's left behind it, we just scrape it off and we can eat that also. Okay. Here's my spoon. It's gonna be my fruit, so well, never mind. You would think, oh, that's so gross. Yeah, so I have just a little bit on the on the on the bottom here. I'm gonna scrape it off to make room so that we can put these back. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna put this 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 fruit that we just removed from this little fruit here. So you go. It's mine now. Okay, I'm not serving anybody else, so I get to eat it. And I think it'll be good for recovery because it's so soft and spongy. It's almost there. So just scrape it off. Like I said, the rind of this thing is pretty healthy and strong and had beautiful fiber to it. That's why to eat this, the rinds is not recommended. But for the decorative purpose, what I'm doing now, I'm just emptying it out. Okay. There you go. It's all out. That's delicious. And it's empty now. Okay. Look at that. It's empty. Well, it's time to put it back in there. Isn't that silly? Oh well, we can do a little bit of decoration if you like. And we can these are the seed right here, okay? If you want it to grow from seed is look like this. Anitra, how are you? I did. I cut it open already right there. It's two cavities. And it's a basket handle here. It's a nice basket, okay? It's called fruit basket. So it's already open right there, okay? And then here the rest of the fruit that I removed from here. Okay. Hello, Jason. Right, the orange peel. They said the orange peel is edible, but because I'm allergic to orange, so I never really have a pleasure of eating orange. I did before. I never know. I got real sick. So until I got diagnosed with so many kind of fruit allergy, vegetable allergy, and so I minimize all of that. Okay, so we can make it pretty, by make a little incision if you like, a little zigzag. See if it's gonna work. If we do this, it might break. I mean, maybe I shouldn't. Let's see how it's gonna go. So I know, yes. I learned that years ago. This person, he was vegan. Okay, so he's a vegan guy. So the way he eat his fruit is that he strip off the rinds of the fruits, and then he only eat the rind. He only eat the peel of the fruit. He doesn't eat the inside of the fruit. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it alone because I ideally don't want to cause any more damage because I trying to make like a little zigzag, but it's pretty though. So he was saying that the most nutritional part of the fruit is the rinds or the peel. Okay, so I saw him eating the apples peel, the orange peel. I said, yeah, this dude is losing his mind. But then when I did a little research over it, and they were saying yes, the rind of the fruit had a lot of nutritional value. It had like a vitamin C, vitamin E, all those essential vitamins. Plus, extra fiber, okay? And yeah, it's an extra fiber. So I mean, if you're gonna eat a fruit rind that had a lot of fiber, then you know you got to chew really well, just like a cow when it grazed the when it chewed the grass, or when the cow eat the grass, he just munch it, and he'll swallow, and it the grass will go to a certain part of his inner intestine. So for cow, he had different compartment of his stomach. Okay, so there's like, I can't explain it. So certain stomach, it had a little fiber that looked like towel. A certain looked like layer of curtain, and then I'm sorry, I probably can't explain it. Gonna make you guys confused anyway. So, no, I tried to make a little zigzag, make it look pretty. So if you're gonna eat the rinds of fruit, then you're gonna have like know how to really chew down the fiber of the fruit. Otherwise, it's not gonna be good for your digestive system, you know, because it doesn't get digested, and whatever you eat is gonna come out like you how you swallow it. And then yeah, not to mention diarrhea, because your body trying to force those foreign objects, and then it's gonna cause diarrhea. Anyway. All right, so I guess I'm good. I can't make it any prettier than that. And this right here, it's sticky, okay? It's slimy. That's why a lot of people don't like this kind of fruit, because it's slimy. So we're gonna go ahead and put the fillings back in there. Okay. Excuse me, family. Okay, sorry. Let me go turn on the light. Give me 1 second, please. And today I don't feel like cooking, because I've been working so much, and I don't have time to rest, and I didn't want to stay up too late tonight. Last night I stayed up a little bit later, because when I log off from my live, I continued carving until it was done. So it was like 4 in the morning, and I slept until 8, and I have to work. And I feel a little bit tired today because I needed a nap, but I couldn't nap because the baby is here. And the baby now, she's in her prime where she's getting to everything, you know. The seed of the dragon fruit is similar to the seed of I would say the seed of basil, but it's not as hard as basil. Okay, like basil leaf, if you want to make drink, then just put in the water and let it expand, and it have the same. It had the same appearance here. So there we go. So I put back my fruit in there. Okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, it just. So if you're gonna have a nice party, and you wanted to impress your friend or your guests, especially if you're gonna have some prestigious family member or a member of societies, and you want to impress them with your skill, and you wanted to do a cute little thing like here, it's perfect to do that. Okay, it's very simple. Look at that. I don't know why you guys, some of people message me, said, we want you to make a dragon fruit so you can demonstrate it. This time you're talking too much. You don't even show us how you do it. So, oh goodness. And then people send me message about she's not talking to us. And then when I engage into the conversation, they say, oh, she talked too much. So I said, people, can you meet me halfway, please? Because, like, if I do too, and I do, you said, I do. When I don't, I said, I don't. And so that's why I never get in the habit of reading people comment. And then my moderator said, Chef Bonner, and people are talking to you. You need to interact with your viewer. I said, well, I can't see, the print too small, and if I talk to them, then I don't have time to cook. I said, no, do both. I said, okay, I'll try to do both. So yeah, so yep, yeah, that guy, he was a vegan, so he said that the best part of the fruit would be like this part right here. I said, I'm not horse, no cow, no elephant. I cannot chew all that down to my stomach, okay? Because our digestive system are not made strong enough to handle all the extra fiber, okay? I don't care what he say. We are not born to eat all that. We are born to eat inside of here, which is, I had some some pineapple earlier. So just I was saying that I make this for me, so I'm gonna enjoy it, right? So people send me like comments and, well, if you're gonna eat it, why bother? Well, I like bothered. Let me get a nice picture of it first, okay? People want to say, well, before you eat it, make sure you have some picture of it, evident that you make it yourself. Yeah, here's the proof. I will have the evidence of, in fact, I should have a short of it, okay? I think I still have short from the previous one. I can use that one for real, okay? So let me do some picture, okay? Because I got to do it right. Otherwise, people will be saying crazy stuff to me, and you never know. And sometimes I have to block people from my channel. You know why? Because they be saying too much. I have moderator on my channel. If you guys saying funny stuff, you're going to get blocked. I'm sorry. So that's why I remind all my people who come onto my show that even I look ordinary person, I'm looking at somebody that you're going to step on and make fun of. Don't. I'm not that easy to be made fun of. Okay, so I love having fun on here, making food, but don't making fun of it, because some effort put on here, and that's let you know. Okay, let me do one short video, okay, because people want to know what happened to that. Oh, it was too short, so it's supposed to do like a short video. So the fun part of it, I get to show this on my YouTube channel and whatever channel that I like to have it post. People enjoyed it. Not just me who enjoyed this thing. I actually have a good view for doing silly stuff like this. Like I did something so serious. I don't see people comment, oh wow, But silly thing like this, people say, oh, okay, it's easy enough. I should try it at home. So I learned now that if I do something, if I want a lot of viewers, I just doing something fun, casual, no complication, something that they can do with their eye closed. That's what my mom would say. So yeah. Anyway, so here we go, girl. You're short for my fan, for my follower, right? I ate most of it, so that's why it's not filling up. Okay, let me do a few video, not video, a few photo of it. I ate it. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, well, I can enjoy it. So if you want to do this, go ahead and grab one from the grocery store. If you don't find it in an American store, Asian store definitely will have these things, okay? So these are low in calories. If you're struck with health condition that you cannot have sweet fruits. So this would be perfect for, it's good for recovery because it's jelly. It's packed with all sort of vitamins and minerals. So it'll be good for recovery food, okay? Especially if you just step out of dental office, you need something soft and like jello-like, this will be good, okay? Well, thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. So see, as simple as that, okay? I mean, goodness, I got to eat my own cooking. How about that? Typically, when I make cute food, I don't get to eat it because just it's such a pleasure to share, to give to people, because it's so much love and appreciation. Yeah, Jason, that I was trying to explain, but I don't know the different part of the cow's stomach, okay? I know that cow can eat like a whole 100 pounds, 200 pounds of hay and green grass, and then he just swallow it, and it's go into that little bag like this, okay? And then so at night when he about to go to sleep, the cow, the horse, those four-leggers that eat grass and what do you call the thing, carnivore or something like that. So he would spit like a good amount of grass, right? And then he'll spit it out. No, he didn't spit out. He'll spit from the little pouch that he kept in here, not the, well, like I said, cow have three part of stomach thing. The first part when he chew the grass, and he'll store it in a little bag, and the grass is not processed yet. It's still raw product. And then once he spit and he graze on it, he's chewing all night. If you live on farm, you have horse, you have cow, you have buffalo, you would know what I'm talking about. If you're a city boy, you don't know what I'm not being racist, okay? Or discriminating. I'm just telling the truth because I live on farm. I live with cow, buffalo, and horses, so I know that I don't know the process called, but when I take them for feeding on a green pasture, or in summer when there's no green grass, or the feeding, then he'll eat on hay. That's why in Cambodia, once they collect the grains, they collect the grain, and they separate the grain, and then the hay stalk and the hay would be stacked up in like a mountain up to feed the cow or buffalo and what have you. So that's for the like a raining season or cold season where there's no green grass available. And then, so let's go back to what cow does. So I can't remember the process. There's an English word for that. So he'll spit a good amount of it, like he will spit about this much of the grass that he swallowed during daytime. So he will do that when a resting time, when he's done eating, he'll find somewhere where he can rest or he can stand there, and he will spit out a good amount, okay? Not like the whole 5, 10, 100 pound. He'll spit out a little bit of like enough for him to chew, and he'll be chewing like, like he'll be doing that for until the grass are finely chopped, it's fine enough to digest, okay? So when that happened, he would send that refined product into another stomach where the stomach will absorb the nutrient and drain all the nutrient out and send it to everywhere need to be stored, to the bloodstream, to the liver, to the whatever. And then what's left of it, just like us, when we eat, the food will go into the big stomach, the colon, the stomach, and then it go into that little koi, so many feet of that little stomach. It's going into, and then it went to the colon where it's ready to kick out of your system, like depleted, excreted, okay. And then, but cow has a more sophisticated complex in their digestive system. So then in Thailand, the land of my family, people believe that that the part where the cow eat and swallow and turn into like little bile, and then when they kill cow or buffalo, they will collect that portion of it. Okay, it had like a real serious bitterness, and then they will cook it and put into the cooking. It's part of the sauce. Okay, so they eat raw meat, they eat raw stomach, they eat raw liver, because people born in that country, they eat everything raw, so it does not really affect the system because they got so used to, they get immune to it, so they don't get sick like us, believe me. Yeah, well, Jason probably know because he live on farm, huh, Jason? You have those things, you experience those things. You watch your cow graze on chopping the dinner or lunch, right? So I experienced that too when I was younger. When I was in Cambodia, um, we live on we live on farm, and my dad had a whole bunch of cows, and um, that was our farm hand. Okay, so cow and all the grass eater, they are so when they before they sleep, they have to chop the food so fine that it's able to digest it. Yeah. So this is what my friend was joking about being vegetarian. So because I used to be vegetarian, people used to make fun of me, right? So I said, I'm vegetarian. I eat cow meat. Cow eat grass. It's not lion. Lion eat another lion, eat meat. So he's not vegetarian. But if you eat cow, you're vegetarian because cow eat grass and eat corn. So I can't argue with that, right? Because he was right. He's not. He's a vegetarian eating cow meat because cow eat grass, so eat corn, what have you. So he was right on that. Anyway, so after I log off, sorry, I was kind of hungry. That's why I have my food here. I was gonna eat it. But if you're allergic to cactus, I don't recommend you eat this because remember, they relate to cactus family. Huh? In fact, the dragon, the dragon fruit tree trunk, it's similar of a lot of cactus plant. Okay, so they are cactus family. You can Google that. You don't believe me? Don't. So after I log off from being on live streaming yesterday, because it's already late. So I wanted to go to bed, and then I know that I couldn't get it. I don't have time to do it today because I have a baby girl, right? So I went ahead and spent like the next hour. So I was able to complete this pumpkin. Okay. I love it because it has some sophisticated design. Okay, it's a lot of fun. It's true. Some seeds are bad, especially with the hard core, with the hard rinds or hard fiber, but the inside of the seeds actually are very nutritional, like the pumpkin seeds, the what else? The seed that we consume, the peanut, which I'm allergic to, and then some of those nut that the what kind of nut the only nuts that probably the seed that probably not good is the seed that are not edible. So there's a lot of edible seeds, okay, like a lot of nuts that we consume that are safe, okay. Pistachio, hazelnut, macadamium. Sorry, not okay. My English is so bad. So let's go back to this, okay? So I stay up a little bit later to do this, okay? It's called a cut. Oh yeah, cut. So if you live with cow, you know. Thank you for clarification, Jason. I know that I don't know enough English word. Okay, I speak good English, but a lot of word I never study. So so here are my design. Okay, from last night. Um, I I came up with some cute design here. See the flower here, probably sunflowers or lotus. Don't know. It depends. It's an abstract, so all around I got it all done. Okay, last night when I left you guys, I had five lanes, so I finished it last night. So I tried to do rose here. It's not impressive, but uh, it's my first try for a long time. I forgot how to do it. So you see that I like this. It had character. It reminded me of Aztec uh, work on the temple wall. Okay, I don't do the sophisticated Cambodian carving on the stone and Angkor Wat and all all the temple that got bombed, recently. It was pretty sad and sick. So all around, the only place that I didn't carve is on the bottom here. Okay, so I leave some lines on it to help support it, because when I steam it, surely it's gonna break, it's gonna get damaged. So I want something to uphold it. Maybe I'll wrap it, or maybe I'll do the cheesecloth to wrap it nicely, and I'll steam it. That way it had good support. It won't break. If it break, it won't come off. Okay, so, oops, sorry. I ate bread too fast. Sorry about that. So then, that I did the cover, right? I carve it out. So the good thing about the pumpkin is that it's already hollows. It has the some seeds and that extra fiber, the web fiber in here. I removed that. Okay. A lot of people say that it's edible, and I believe it's edible, but I never tried it. Okay. Maybe the young fiber, like from the zucchini, stuff like that. When zucchini get mature, it's the same way. It turns that same complicated fiber, like in the arteries, all those veins and the complication of the system. So I removed that. So it's already hollow. That was easy. But when I did the turtles and the sweet yam, I have to clear everything out to have a little opening here, and then I make dessert out of it. I was gonna do I was going to do custard and or cream cheese or cheesecake to see which one is easier. Okay, I think cheesecake would be easy, because I love cheesecake than custard, because custard is make out of eggs, and then a lot of eggs, and I can't eat it, and then what's the use, right? If I make cheesecake, at least I can enjoy the cheesecake rather than make a pleasure for someone else. Because when I make things with eggs and I can't really have it, I may have one bite, that about it, and then I still suffer, because allergy is allergy. Whether you eat a lot or eat a little, you still have some kind of discomfortness, which I don't like. Okay, so so this is a lid that I carve out, so it should flush. I have to find a corner that will flush. So I'm happy the fact that it's done. Okay, here we go. This flush So I carved the whole pumpkin here, or squash, you want to call it. Okay, so you had like sunflower seed here. I create a little more character to it. Okay, I refine in the middle here, and then all around, different design. Okay. Oh, you think so? Oh, you're talking about not scrambled eggs. You want me to make a meal out of it, right? I mean, when my family take me to the Japanese or Korean barbecue, where they make their little egg, what do you call this? Not egg foo young. Okay, egg foo young is the same thing. They but I want to make a dessert out of it, and then to do that, it's called custard or flan. But I think I'll do cheesecake. It's something that I can eat. If I make out of eggs, and I won't be able to eat it, and then other people will enjoy all my cooking, I want to be able to enjoy this beautiful, but I can eat a pumpkin though, you know what I mean? But I won't be able to eat inside this pumpkin, which we're going to fill it up and then turn it to a beautiful sweet. And it's big, so we're going to need the whole village to eat this thing, okay? So that's what I did last night, okay? I finished the pumpkin. So that way I didn't spend too much hours trying to finish it up. So that's why tonight I'm not cooking, because I want to take a little break. I need some rest. So tomorrow I'm going to make the filling for this. Oh, you want me to make pumpkin pie? Then I will need to get the pumpkin and turn it to pie, and then and steam it. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, it may work, but I never tried that before. But it's a good suggestion, though. Maybe next time when that sounds good though. You know, pumpkin pie. I might take your suggestion on that. But this time, definitely, I want to do cheesecake, because I haven't had cheesecake for so long. And a lot of Thai dessert make out of pumpkin, bananas, and such. But mine's going to be a little different. It'll be cheesecake. So that would be a new recipe for myself. Because the typical for this, it will be the custard with the eggs mixed with the ingredient and sweetness, and then pour it in here and steam it until it's perfect. So when I first learned about dragon fruit, probably about 8 years ago, I have first bite of it, I didn't like it. Same thing for a lot of people, said that it had no flavor. But I just love collecting them, because the fact is that I have my own backyard garden, and in California, anything grow. So I have collection of two kinds, the pink and the white. And it started to bear fruit already until I moved here to Las Vegas, and it died. Well, it's not exactly dead. I still have a few stems that's not doing too good. I might just well start buying this, because I put a lot of watering into it, you know, to keep it alive. Carlos, hello to you too. Okay, Jason, next time you send me the recipe of your pumpkin pie, and I will try to accommodate it. Okay, I'll probably get a smaller pumpkin. Okay, and then we can, well, to make pumpkin pie, all you need to do is to boil this until it's right. And I mixed it in the mixer, add the ingredients, and add the pie crust. You can make pumpkin pie out of this too. But Cool 3, hello to you too. How are you doing? That's a pretty neat name, huh? Cool 3. Who's the cool one? The wifey or the children? I know that. This is what I learned about the dad, okay, the father. So the most priority person in the kid's life would be their mom, okay? I don't care what nationality, what language you speak. Mom's like, there you go, I finished my fruit, okay? So now I can have my sweet. I ate it. Now I'm not gonna eat this part right here. That part can be taken. So a few days ago, I made the Christmas holiday candies, not candy, cookies, right? So I make a whole bunch of this, and then I make extra and take to the grandkid. And and allow my grandkids to do their own decoration. But this is my decoration. I had it last week. Okay, so it's pretty dried up, so it's pretty good. So you can keep this for a long time because the icing is already hardened. Okay, and all the candies are already stuck to the icing. Okay, see that? And this is pretty dry, so if you make a whole lot of this, you can put in a plastic jar or a container or glass jar, and you can save this up to a couple months. Okay, but don't leave it too long. It can get stale and it won't be as fresh. Okay, but this is so good. I have my hot chocolate right here. It's not hot anymore, but I had a few of this already. Okay, just a few left, and I have the gingerbread woman. I got her a little dress. I could have made her a little dress, cover her up. I didn't think of that. I thought it was gingerbread man, which is only for gingerbread man, no gingerbread woman. Jason, let me read what you say. In Philippines, oh, okay. If you send me the recipe, maybe, or suggest a recipe, we can definitely try that. I've been around a Filipino family because my family are Filipino related also. My grandchildren are Philippine, half Filipinos. The set of twin, they are French and Filipinos, half French and Filipinos, married to my daughter who is Cambodian, Thai, American. So they're like they're in a salad bowl, mix in salad bowl. But they're beautiful people though, I mean, when you have people that came out from different interrace marriage, they like gorgeous people, I mean, oh, it's like so pretty, like, so yes, and it's delicious, a lot of spices in it, and definitely we can do that. I mean, we can do that next week too, pumpkin pie, or maybe do I did the apple pie pocket, I make like a beautiful design, and you can go back and view some of those on my YouTube. It's so pretty. I make a sunflower design, and it's so creative. When I'm cooking, my mind started to create beautiful design or beautiful, like I just almost like clothing design, when they sit down in front of the sewing machine or in front of a sketchbook, they've envisioned of different style of clothing, so they design based on their envision. They are sorry, some that disagree with me, probably the bread. I ate too fast. Same thing for me, when I cook, I already see the little thing that I created within. Some of those is just like come up in that instance. Okay, it didn't happen before, it didn't inspire me before, but something inspired me, and it come up with such a great recipe, come up with such a great, beautiful design of food that I never experienced in my life before. So the more I'm advanced into my cooking skill here, I do here just for fun. It allowed me to like experimental into the next level of cooking, experimental. So I some of those stuff that come out of my kitchen, it was like it's not even in the recipe book. It just like came up in the moment of not insanity, in moment of inspiration. Okay. You cook too, Baron? You make good apple pies? I love apple pie too, with my apple pie. If I'm gonna cook in a pan, I make sure that my topping, my top would be like decorated with beautiful design, flowers, floral design, so that's the way I do it. Next time maybe I should, because I've been doing a few videos of me doing just the apple pie pocket pie. So even though it's so beautiful, it's so cute, it's like something that you want to share. But I can come and do the whole like pie pan, and then have those beautiful design, the what you call it, the crust. Okay, the pie crust, and have the beautiful design. Okay, so that can happen too. And because I have all kind of floral design now, I can just like make it look like from one of those bakery, like really really outstanding bakery shop, you know. Before I like oh my goodness, you know, daydreaming that, oh my goodness, I wish I can do that, you know. Now, yes, let's do that. Oh my goodness, sorry. Group text. Um, my kids, East Coast. So I can sample this because you guys say you didn't eat your cookie. What's wrong? So nothing's wrong. I ate it when I'm offline. So there you go. So to keep this cookie soften, you know, because it's going to get really really hard and dry. Okay, so you cover it like that in a cookie jar or in a tight lid. Allow the cake to stay moisture like this. It's not moisture, but it's breakable. But if you leave it out in the air too long, it gets crunchy, very very crunchy. So you can save those for a long time. But this here is perfect. It's not too dry. Okay? So it tastes pretty good. My kid loves it. My sweetheart loves it. Lucy loves it. In fact, my Lucy, she took extra to share with her co-worker at the nail shop. Lucy, she does nails. She's a nail technician. The peach cobbler, those are the best. A little bit of those sugar sprinkled on it. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Just like all day, no one do anything until I'm online, and look at that. People started talking. So it's almost like they find the time that I'm coming online to do that. So the cookie itself is best. It's not that sweet, but with a little candy here, it adds a very nice flavor to it. I think I said the other day that I want to make gingerbread house, design my own design. Because what I learned about the gingerbread is that even with all the icing, it's still dilapidated. I can put the roof and put the structure, and a minute later it started to dilapidate. The icing start to melt. I never got my gingerbread house nice because it never turned out nice because the icing was never work. Because what I can do with the gingerbread house is that make it thinner so that way it's not too thick. The roof structures and the wall structures and the door, it's easy. All we do is measure it out. Make the dough. Cut the cutting board. Design the wall. Design the roof. And just measure and cut and bake it. And then make the icing. I think what I could have done is that I could have waited for the icing to harden before I added the other stuff. When we do in a group, we want to get it done. So everybody raced to get the gingerbread house done. So even it's done, it's sloppy. And sometimes we got too much of decorative item on, and it get too heavy, and it like crumble down. And I never got my gingerbread house to like, even it got it up, it's like I have to patch it with almost like super glue. You know, there's one time that we literally used glue just to keep, you know, the gingerbread house up together, because whatever the icing that came with the box, came with the order, came with that little application, it's not even work. I know. But sometimes the presentation is what the rising cost of the food at the restaurant, okay, because the amount of work that they put on to make food pretty, they reduce the quantity, increase the beauty. So the people, okay, so if you have item, for example, you have expensive perfume, okay, like extremely expensive perfume, and then you're gonna sell it like a basic bottles, no design, no artistry work on it, and you sell it for $100 per bottle. And then you have like maybe an ounce bottle, maybe 5 ounce or 10 ounce bottles. And then you have the same perfume that you put in like a beautiful glass see-through artwork, little sticker here and there, and sell it for $300 per 1 ounce, first $100 for 10 ounces, and then you said, $100 for 10 ounce. That must be cheap. It must be something from like leftover from overseas somewhere. And then you look at a $300 per 1 ounce. Oh, this is like real thing. It must make out a real thing. So then you spend $300 buying that 1 ounce of perfume that you're supposed to get the one with $100. You get 10 ounces because you don't see the presentation of the bottles, of the container, of the, there's no logo, there's no fancy logo and all that. So my families are serious. I wonder what's going on with our group text. So yeah, so presentation is important for certain food industry. Okay, I live here in town. The fine dine where you order a piece of steak. Okay, can be this thin, can be that big. Yeah, that big. Okay, for $60, right? Because they add a little extra thin piece of green onions or lettuce, make it look like it's sophisticated, and then we had like 3 ounces of steak for $21, serving on a regular plate, and side dishes with like broccoli or potato or mashed potato, but for the presentation they have mashed potato, but they make it like a little artistry, put a little decoration to it, I mean, and that's how they catch you. They want to catch the eye, they want to catch the vision so that they can sell. It doesn't mean that the food is better or the food is it's exclusive. It's just the way that it's served in that big bowl, I mean, if you go to the fine dine, they have this big bowl with a lot small piece of meat right in the middle of it, and the rest is just like artwork and all the roux, the sauce. That's it. And then you have to eat slowly because you have a small piece of steak, and then you don't want make it gone in 5 minutes and ew, etiquette. But then when you're in the fine dine, you want to look like you came from like a high society. You cut your meat and then you chew it, and then you look around for 10 minutes and come back and do another bite. So, and then when you have this 5 ounces of steak where you enjoy yourself, you don't look around, you just you want to enjoy and not look around what your neighbor do, that too. So it depends on the attitude of every fine dining. I mean, it just the presentation and the etiquette of people who eating it and enjoy the presentation. People say, I don't care, it's gonna go the same pipe, I mean, what go in gotta come out same way, but then the attitude of people want to indulge and have that fine life and nice glass of champagne or red wine or Chevignon or over piece thin steak or tenderloins or filet mignon, and have the flame burn out of it, and then a piece of steak is served in the big plate like this and make it look so impressive. And that's the illusion too, not just presentation, it's illusion. And then you go to like regular dine-in where food served in a in a big bowl, a big plate, and to fill it up, so you can take it home. And you go to fine dine with like a thin filet mignon, and you like have to like try to chew for 10, 15 minutes before you take another bite, make it look like you have such a great meal, impressive, because you can afford to fine dine with. If you order one of those like $500 or $5,000 piece of steak, what you call those steak, Jason, you live on you what you call those steak, like the fine steak, there's a name for it, I can't think of it right now, some of um, it's not tomahawk. And tomahawk, and you can get like a big, like the rib cut here, right? It come with the big bones, so the big bones, and you had that like the little U shape or the little V shape, the little shape of that fine cut of meat, right? Stick to like a long bone. So it would be like, here's an arm length, right? So this is the rest of the rib, and then you have the little meat right here. Yeah, that's tomahawking. Yeah. And then the other one, I can't remember the name, but then it's like so expensive, especially they serve exclusively in Japan. They said that some restaurants serve it for like a couple $1,000 per place. And if I want to buy a couple $1,000 steak of dinner, I might as well buy the whole ranch of Angus beef, and feed to the village. That would be fair, And then tomahawking, I share with my family. We have tomahawking all the time. Well, we can do two, and I can feed the whole family like 8. We make with sauce. We do the Cambodian sauce. We serve with salad. We eat with rice. We cut it. We enjoyed it. It's not fine dine, fine wine, but we enjoy the family. I mean, uh, really, what's trout? Why? Because the way they cook it, it's too much bone. Because I remember when I ordered trout, it was a whole trout, and it was not fillet, the whole trout. Then we have to pick the bone. That too, I mean, depend on what you order. When you order the whole trout, or you order the fillet trout. Mm. Oh yeah, the Wagyu. Thank you. That's what I was trying to remember. Thank you, Jason. You're a pretty high IQ person. Thank you. The Wagyu, especially in Japan, right? I mean, they can. I have Wagyu. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's exclusive. It's just tender meat with a lot of fat, because the way they raise the cow, they raise in a captivity. So the cow is not roaming in the sun. The cow is not having a life, okay? Sorry. So to get the best meat, a Wagyu, um, there is a lot of, I don't want to say cruelty, because for the animal activists, they would say it's animal cruelty. But the way I studied a little bit about it, how they raise the cow, is that the cow will be in a little confinement, and he's not allowed to move too much, because if he move too much, he's gonna build muscle, because they don't want muscle in the meat. They want nothing but fat, fat and the meat blend together. It's almost like yeah, it's just a lot of fat and meat blend together. It's not like red meat like you get from the fine cut of tenderloins, or the 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 steak rib, or eye rib, whatever it is, or even tenderloin. It's not like that. The Wagyu, when you cut the Wagyu, it's like a fine lines of fat and meat blend together, just like burger, between the fat and the meat are blend together, and you have a piece of it melt in your mouth, and it's like, and then like one piece is like $30. So with $30, I can go get myself a big prime ribs and cook for the whole family. You have to think logic, I mean, if I'm not, when it comes to food, I love buying food. I don't care the price of it, okay? But when it's exaggeration, like if I'm gonna pay $500 for exclusive Wagyu meat or steak, because I don't know who can afford it. Maybe the White House, or you know, extremely rich people, or people who want to act rich. Extremely rich people, they live normal life, they have normal upbringing. People who want to act rich, then it's different. So they spend different, they behave different. I'm just speaking the truth. So yeah, so for me, when I eat, when I eat out, or even eat out, I'm gonna map it out. Okay, I'm gonna go enjoy it. If I spend a couple $100 feeding my family, then spend a couple $100. And then if I'm gonna spend a couple $100, go get a bunch of meat, a bunch of different groceries, so I can make 2 or 3 meals and feed my family to the fullest. I can, because I grew up in a large family, so my mom and dad didn't have a lot of money. When I grew up raising my kid, I didn't have a lot of money, so I'm always on budget because I have a lot of children. I wasn't on public assistance. I worked 2 jobs, and even with 2 jobs, we still like we still live like below poverty level because didn't, because it's just to take care of the necessity, the bare necessity, like the shelter, the food, and the schooling, and the medical care. That was the essential. That was what necessary to survive down. So we survived on that. We didn't have luxury because because I was a single mom and worked 2 jobs, and then it was like it was a lot of work. Even I didn't give the credit to myself when I was with my parent. My parent helped with the kids so I can work. Still a lot of work. Still a lot of responsibility. So I'm always know how to budget for food. Um, for me, I don't wait for item to be on sale to buy grocery, okay? Or have to drive 5 miles to save a couple dollars. I don't do that. If I want to cook, I will go to my local grocery store and support a local grocery store. If I pay a dollar extra, I will pay a dollar extra. I don't like have to travel 5-10 miles where I have to spend on emissions of spending the gas and depleted the resource. Okay, so you have to think about it. Okay, you save $1 by going to extra 5 miles, 10 miles to save on grocery. You buy the whole cart, you save $10, and then you already spend like $5 on the gas already. Actually, if you do the math, you don't really save it. Then you deplete your mileage, you deplete the resources. So then you have to think about, okay, whether I spend a dollar extra buying local next door, neighborhood grocery store or neighborhood supermarket, is it better to drive 10, 15, 30 minutes to go get you $1 off? I never do that. If I want to eat something, I'll go get what is available. If it's not available on my local market, and then because a lot of Asian food, a lot of Asian grocery store, you cannot get it from the regular grocery store. So I have to travel miles to go to Asian store, which is not near here. Even though near here, they don't have the kind that I want because it's a Filipino grocery store. Filipino grocery store is contrary to the Asian, especially the Thai, the Cambodian, the Laotian. We have our own grocery store. We have our own commodities. We have our own type of food. Okay, there's only a few things like, okay, soy sauce, fish sauce, that they have them. Okay, but some of the herbs and spices that we use in our cooking, they don't have them because they weren't brought up that way, and they wouldn't know what to order to, and then there's no market for it, and it's not enough marketing for them, so they don't even need for it. So for me to get all those spices and like the cooking paste and all that spicy paste, and I have to go to like a large supermarket, and the market that we endorse all kind of food project, all kind of fruits and vegetables and herbs and meat product to meet them all those needs. You have to go to like exclusive huge super Asian market in order to get all that. And then yeah, they have large import and has vast and varieties of everything you can find it. So that's like about 6-7 miles from here that I have to go, and then I purchase what I need for that I need for a few months, and like fish sauce, and I don't use it every day. So that fish sauce, a bottle of fish sauce can last me 6 months or 3 months. It depends on how much I use, and soy sauce and all that, So Yeah, so it's different each time, you know. It's different for family. Also, we turkey is good. I mean, we consume a lot of turkey, you know, and yeah, the processed ham. We don't do a lot of processed ham. Um, if I do visit the grocery store, at a deli, I I typically have my meat cut fresh for me. Okay, I mean, I know that they have things in the packages and mark in the packages. And normally, if I do visit deli department, I would have it freshly trimmed and cut for me. And I only buy what's enough for 3 serving, 5 serving. I don't buy like a lot of like 5 pounds, 6 pounds. It's too much because we don't eat sandwich every day unless you're working and then you pack meals and pack lunch and then you make sandwich every day. Um, that would be appropriately implemented. But because we Asian descent, we live on rice a lot. We have rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, and for me, I don't have to cut down and anything at all. I trade it off by being physically active, so I'd be able to enjoy my culture food. I don't have to worry about um, the health issue. So all it is that we do the regular routine. That if we're gonna eat something good or something more of something, that then you know we have to know the capacity of our own body, our own health. If you're not in such a good health and you want to eat like everybody else, you can't. Okay, and in order to do that, you have to discipline yourself. The disciplining started with you want to eat good, live good, then exercise good. You know, physically active. Get up. The sedentary lifestyle is what killing us. That's what shorten our lifespan. Okay, get up, even if it's just for 10 minutes. You know, because if you work 9 to 5, 8 to 5 like everybody else, and there's 3 break. Okay, so around 10, around there's one noon time around 3 o'clock. So you have 10-minute break. So you can take coffee, you can take a walk, you can take the stair, you can bring your tennis shoe and just maybe just just like pace back and forth in front of the building. If it's not safe, then inside the building, instead of taking elevators, and take the stair. If you live like 100 floor, oh man, that's a lot of work. But if you live somewhere within the second, third floor, then try that and make some change, make some life changing. It'll change a lot. And if you can do 10 minutes a day, form that habit, you will want to do more. Once you have established and put that into your lifestyle, you adapt it, you adopt it, and it become ingrained, it become part of you, and then you will want not to depart. Just like me, I do yoga. Even you don't see me I'm doing it, so I'm pretty flexible. So I start early in the morning, wake up. Sometimes when I wake up late, I don't do it, and then I don't have to do it every day because I already have it in my system. And I don't wait until I have a lot of time to do it. I don't wait until I have time to do it. It's part of the time that I already comprise into my daily living. Okay, so if I have time to do my content, if I have time to talk to friends, if I have time to do other things, I also have time to put those into my part of my life. I mean, it's just that we have to add it into our life. Sorry. Uh, um, um, to add in, I mean, this is what I heard, and it's a little perturbed for me because people say, "Oh, I work, I don't have time. I work, I don't have time." I got it. Okay, we work, we don't have time. We will never have time in this life if we don't make time. Just like, oh, I don't have time to go to school, but yet you comprise that into your life and you make time for school and you take part time. So you take one course and you go to school for a couple hours, maybe 2 3 times per week, or maybe once a week, and then by 2 3 years you get your degree, your college degree. And people say, "Oh, I want to wait until I'm retired when I have time." It's true, how many people who got retired and then want to go back to school and get the master degree or PhD degree. So by then said, well, I'm already retired. I don't really need that. I work all my life. I want to enjoy myself. I want to travel. Then some of the things I still, I take early retirement too because I needed to have the time available to take care of my mom. So I have thought about going back to school, but I don't like school that much, because I'm a kinesthetic learner, and for me to comprehend and do good in school, I really spend like a lot of hours reading, studying, and I have to write it, I have to take note, I have to read, I have to touch it, feel it, smell it. The kinesthetic learning people are so complicated, okay? Because the the disability, my disability is like I have to feel it, touch it, smell it in order for me to to get it. Okay, so it was like so much to like a lot of barrier. But then I did well in college. I graduated in college. From college, at first I didn't like it, and when I again I add that into my lifestyle. At school, at the extra hours. Um, I didn't like the online course too much because, like I said, I'm the kinesthetic learner. I need to be present to have that one-on-one dialogue with my professor. When I'm doing online, I'm like, oh my goodness, if I have question, I have to shoot an email. By the time I get answer, like sometimes they don't check the email, so it'll be the next day. I need the answer right away. I need some consultation. I need some guidance. I need some teaching. I need some explanation. That's why I didn't do well on online courses. So I rather be sitting in the classroom, take notes, see the chalkboard and all that, and see the overhead projector and all that. That I can survive. I did well, in like the last 2 years of my college. I did really well. I got some straight A, before I flunked miserably because I had the attitude about not liking school. But when I changed the attitude a little bit about liking school, and then I started to see the great progress. Just like I was saying the other day that um, oh, you like that too? I I have air fryer here, Jason, and I like to make homemade fryer. I don't deep fry my French fry. What I did is that I wet it to like this side here and put air fryer for about 25 minutes or 30 minutes on 300 degree. I do about 25-30 minutes, and you're seasoning it and you spray some good oil on it. Oh man, those are good. Sometimes I can have that without having meat or burger. I just have my fries. Okay, I do that all the time here, and my grandkid, my mom loves it too, because if you go to fast food and you order fry, they have small veg like this, and then by the time leave the restaurant, the fries are already soggy, or even so. But then making French fry at home without frying in unhealthy fat, you can substitute it by using it. Invest the money in the air fryer. I don't know any controversial between it or not, but then it produced beautiful and delicious French fry, and it's quick too. It's no splashing. What I don't like about deep fry and all tempura is the splashing. I did the tempura the other day, and I spend more time cleaning the spilling of the oil than the cooking itself. That's why sometimes. Um, and then I learned about the cooking oil amount. Whether you use the big pan and then you need more oil, you use a small saucer or pan, and then you use less oil on that. So I tried a small cooking pan, and then like it like spill. So it's most inconvenience, but it's save on oil usage though. I mean, if you use the pot like this, and if you need an inch or 2 inch of it, and then you need like a gallons of oil to reach that level. If you use a small saucer like this, oops, sorry, and you don't need a whole lot to fry it, and then it take a longer time to fry it, but it work. I mean, especially if we were to to dispense on expensive oil like olive oils and flaxseed oil, what have you. Okay, or you just do regular vegetable oils and for frying. For other cooking that you consume the whole things, and you can just olive oils and I do a lot of olive oils. I do a lot of coconut oil because coconut oil has always been part of Asian cooking. Okay, now I can comprise into American cooking also, and coconut oil is not too bad. I mean, it's affordable, and depend on where you purchasing it. If you're purchasing it like exclusive grocery store, of course, you can pay for the brand name of the store instead of the product. If you just buy the product from a regular grocery store, then you don't have to worry about paying for the brand name. The brand name is what people believe, that brand names are genuine product, that everything is like. And it may not be always true. Just like, remember the perfume, the 10 ounce for $100, and the 1 ounce for $1,000, for $300. People have the perception. The higher the price, the better the value. And just like some of the prescription that the over counter, or some of the brand name, or generic name, there's like twice as low, twice as high. So you have to use your best money management skill to do that. If you read the product label, okay. So whether you want to know the products are compatible, is to read the label. You bring two items, the one that's brand name and the one generic name brand, generic brand, or the uh, or the brand name. Okay, so you compare it. So you go line by line, precept by precept, concept by concept, and if the recipe are the same, you know that you've been cheated. So then just go with the generic, because a lot of time the insurance don't pay for the brand name anyway, because the insurance know best. If the insurance said that it's better for you to buy generic name because the same thing. People said no, it's not the same thing. The brand name work better, just like you wearing clothes, right? You want to have like a brand name with a big logo on it. I do that sometimes. I'm guilty of that, because I love their product, but I hate to like display their brand name. So um, this is a trademark. So what's this? You're buying regular brand name from neighborhood um, department store. So it's all about social acceptance. Whether how you dress, how you um, the title of dress, the brand name of the dress you wear, it classify the social class. But the extremely rich people like Mark Zuckerberg, he barely wear t-shirt and denim. I never seen him in suit and tie unless he show up at court. And then I saw him with a very casual t-shirt with a tunics or a jacket over it, and over denim. He never flashy, and he always like organic, very very simple. All the money he made, you think that he's gonna go shower himself with all the elaborate brand name? You don't like that. Even Elon Musk, he was a trillionaire, millionaire. He's very basic and come in term to his dress, unless he's at a cocktail party or like exclusive high society's party. And then I saw him in like tuxedo and stuff like that. But then I never see Mark Zuckerberg in like tuxedo. Maybe I never look at them enough. But sometimes it depends on how people views about certain items, certain brands, certain. I think it have to do with our self-esteem, how we esteem ourselves, whether we have good self-esteem, how we value ourselves. Do we value ourselves based on the material coverages that we can cover ourselves with the most exclusive brand name, the most expensive brand name, than just regular clothes, to make you feel good. Don't get me wrong though, I love buying clothes. When I buy new clothes, when I put it on, it boosts it boosts my um it boosts my ego. I know, not esteem, not ego. It boosts esteem, because then you feel, oh, this clothes looks good, with a little makeup, a little hair, wow, I mean, but I also, you see that I'm very casual. I love denim. I love just like dressing like very typical. Okay, only if I attend function. Sometimes I don't even care anymore, as long I I'm going for. But sometimes they require like a formal gathering. Then I can get into like some Cambodian outfit, and I love that. I wear Cambodian outfit to all kind of exclusive function, and I love that. I love that culture presentation and represent Cambodian um, textile. It's so elaborate. Why? Oh, really? Oh, it's true. It's true. I did that too, but to make best air fryer, you have to put a little seasoning, spray some good oil on it so it won't be so dry. Okay, because air fryer can dry the food really good. If you cook it too long, it can be hydrating. So like completely, you actually can make a beef jerky from the air fryer. Cambodian people eat a lot of beef jerky. Laos people they eat jerky with the rice, with the sticky rice, because in the day where there's no refrigeration, when people slaughter the meat, or they when they hunt for game meat, and they end up with large creature, then how do they store food, right? So first they have um, to preserve it, by adding salt and seasoning and air dry. Just like who was here, the indigenous person. I can't remember. He's not here yet. If he's here, he will say indigenous in Indians. So it's just like what the indigenous Indian people would do, when they hunt for buffalo, or for large animals that they then have refrigeration to preserve and keep the food. So they end up doing a lot of jerky, a lot of uh, preserving by air dry, by seasoning, by add salt, and just air dry. That's what Cambodian people do too. They smoke the fish. They um, they also preserve by drying or smoking, or even do paste of it. A lot of salt and preserving food, and can last winter long, or whatever the season it is. And that's just like the smartest way for some of the indigenous, or even people in the societies before us. They're super smart. Kid these days, wouldn't know what to do. I watched a documentary. Sorry, let me charge my phone before it went out on me again. Um, Before I was watching the Eskimo societies, how because they live in sub-zero plus, so they super cold, and they endure cold better than any human existence. So I mean, they like really good at enduring the cold. Sorry. So so they were so intelligent by um making refrigerator out of the ice. They sculpt the ice and make refrigerator out of it. So I thought it was pretty intelligence of them. Hold on, please. Sorry. Um, I mean, I'm so pleased that stuff like that still carry on the traditions of like making organic refrigeration. In Cambodia, um, started in society I was born in. We were in a secluded village, so that there's no electricity, so we don't have refrigerations, we don't have ice maker, we don't have um, running water, so everything have to improvise. And they've been doing that. They did a good job. Just like if you get a property out in a secluded area, you have to get your own septic tank. You have to get your own well, to get the water, and because the city does not have the infrastructure to have the service that we have, like in the city, right? If you live out in a suburban or out in isolation with no infrastructures, with no pipeline, there's no electricity, then people learn to survive. I mean, in the day when we burn wood and burn charcoal to cook and to fuel the heat and stuff like that, we survive. I mean, we survive until after modern day, where people like, there's no internet, we can't survive. With no electricity, we can't survive. It's true, because we're so in tune with the with 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 all the new and what do you call it? Not new, well, the new society, the new societies, the old societies were built on rock and stone. So anyway, so I was saying that I think my Lucy is here. I want to lock off before she come in here, because she can make a lot of noise and that can be disturbing. Okay, so I just want to say that hold on, let me keep this together. So I'm already done with this. Tomorrow when we come back, so I have to sleep tonight and decide whether I'm going to do the flan with the eggs, which is or the custard with the eggs, or do the cheesecake and fill it up and steam it up, steam it first and fill up with the cheesecake. If I do the flan, and then I can cook it in here all together. All right, so let me sleep in tonight and see what I'm inspired tomorrow. Okay. Definitely, I have to cook this baby before it go bad. Oh my goodness. All right, Jason. It's good to have you on here, okay? Yeah, let's barbecue. Let's do some good barbecue, okay? It's getting cooler. I think it's a good time to barbecue. I have good grills outside. If I barbecue at my kids' house, we can do it from the we can do, well, I can do it the Cambodian way, by building the fire and make the charcoals and cook on the open fire or something, I mean, I miss doing that. So anyway, I gotta go before all the distractions here, okay? I love you guys. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Until I see you again tomorrow. Jason, thank you for being on here. Keep me company. I appreciate all the comment. It's great. All the great ideas. I will take some of your suggestions. If you like, you can go back and send me some of your recipes. If you want me to feature your recipe on my show, I would be honored to. Okay, send me something and let me know, because anything that we conversation on the streaming, it'll be off once I log off. So if you want to leave comment, go back and log on to my to the videos, and you can leave a comment there. Leave your comment there. And if you want to send me the recipe that you want me to try it out and feature on my cooking show, I'd be honored too. Okay, love. Thank you. Have a good evening, Jason. Thank you. It was wonderful having you on here. Okay. Good night to all of you too. A lot of love.